I want to refer all of us to item 7 on the program, and that is address and unveiling of the Peterson Education Olympiad. It's going to be done by the host and convener. To many of us, Dr. D-Peterson is a household name. That is because he has some very positive qualities. Doc and President, you may be upstanding. Just for them, you may be upstanding. Thank you very much. Yes, let's first of all clasp our hands for him. And so we are getting ready to know more about the Peterson Foundation, to know more about the Education Olympiad, the Peterson Education Olympiad. And it's going to come from no other person than the founder and the man that ever had the idea and concept to do all this. He is the very president and founder, the Peterson Foundation. We are talking of somebody who is a game changer in many ways. He is a trailblazer. He is a youthpreneur, I must say. Somebody who is a capacity builder, a lover of education. And like I told you, he's an academic and an academician. See, he's so highly educated and so highly literate. He's an urbane personality, yet very simple and calm, not assuming. We are talking of a philanthropist, a very scholarly personality who has done so much to encourage people in education and very many areas. He is a hope giver, somebody who elicits, whose mention of his name elicits hope to the hopeless. He has been looking into the affairs of widows over the years. He has also, being the clean and span personality that he is, he made sure that our schools, that is our learning environments, look, speak, and span. That's why we have the Ukodo School Project. Those of you from Ika South, you know what I mean by that. Some of you may be on holiday. When you come to your school, you'll be amazed at what you will see, because all the bushy areas will be very, very low. That he had done. There are so many things to be said about him, but I want to say that for lack of time, here we are, being presented to us a very amiable personality who, by the grace of God, is the special advisor to His Excellency the Governor of Delta State on entrepreneurship development. I present to you, in a very special way, Dr. D-Peterson, President, the Peterson Foundation, to unveil Peterson Olympiad.
The chairman of today's occasion, our amiable, super intelligent, performing Vice Chancellor of University of Delta. Please allow me to cue in on already existing protocol because of time. I'm so grateful to God that this come. And the lecture I prepared. Okay, the address I prepared was actually changed a few hours ago because of the video I saw online. Online because the people for whom this program is organized are the Generation Alpha. They live and almost exist online. So, I would like to play a clip just for about 30 seconds that will help you understand the address of today. Please.
My daddy is a man.
My daddy is a woman.
Jesus. I said, Mom, your daddy is a man.
My daddy is a woman.
is a man.
My daddy is a woman.
I'm telling you man now. I'm telling you man. I'm giving you the answer. It's man. Say my daddy is a man.
My daddy is a woman.
Your daddy is still a woman. Like seriously, is daddy a woman?
Now, you could see the commotion there. That commotion you see is between two generations. The teacher obviously is Generation Z, and while the child is Generation Alpha. There is a mismatch understanding. When you listen keenly, it will amuse you that the teacher is saying, repeat after me. My daddy is a man. And the child or the people said, my daddy is a woman. Now, looking at it from the surface, you might want to say the child is wrong and the teacher is right. But if you go deeper, you probably will understand who is right and who is wrong. As a Christian, I'm often bemused by the Charles Darwin human evolution theory, which in some ways challenge the idea that God created all life on earth. The question is, if humans evolved from natural selection among other factors, at what point did we stop evolving? Is it when we have attained physical and psychological perfection of who we are today in flesh and in blood? The question deserves further interrogation in another space and time. While subscribing to God's creation theory by the conviction of faith, I also hold it to be true as a management and social scientist that the human society is evolving, but not in Darwin dimension. However, his theory challenged, broadens, and influenced the thinking of his generation. Even up to this day, in some Western civilization, every new idea commands attention until a newer idea or superior argument or knowledge pushes it aside. Nothing remains static as knowledge itself is dynamic. And the place where knowledge is curated and constantly reviewed is in our educational space. In Africa, in Nigeria, especially Delta State, and coming home to our own Ika nation, how well are we doing? About a week ago, I watched an interesting video. But a few hours ago, it dawned on me that what we're going to discuss, probably we can borrow from that experience. It was able to influence my changing the title of my welcome address to My Daddy is a Woman. Because of the profound lesson I gleaned from the video. By the way, it shows I'm evolving too by adapting to new information. The video clip is titled, Teaching Kids Can Be Stressful. We all agree with that. In the video, a boy of about 5 or 6 years old was being corrected and asked to repeat after his teacher, my daddy is a man. Surprisingly, the boy said, my daddy is a woman. Thinking the boy did not hear well, the teacher repeated herself, my daddy is a man. He repeated his answer, my daddy is a woman. 4 times in the video. Now in tears and crying, perhaps wondering why the teacher was failing to understand his point of view. Or maybe he was crying in painful anticipation of the punishment to follow for sticking to his conviction. Luckily, the teacher did not flog or punish the boy as some other teachers with limited knowledge of child psychology might be tempted to do. Or maybe that part was edited out of the video. Here is my take. The teacher is right and the boy is right. The teacher is right, obviously, because the boy's father or daddy ought to be a man, a biological male. Secondly, the boy is also right All we need to do is to seek to understand the context of his experience, to situate his answer. If he is the only child of a single mom who plays the dual role of a mommy and a daddy, it's obvious. His obvious answer will be, my daddy is a woman. If you ask me, contextually, the boy is intelligent and courageous. With his answer, standing up to his teacher with an answer that represents his factual or actual experience, he needs special schooling attention. Let us take a moment to reflect on our educational journey in Ika Nation. Have we encouraged our students to stick to their research, creative conviction, and challenge the norm, or what we recognize today as a fact, seeing that a fact is only our known shade of reality? Or do we assume that our students in our secondary school are too young to contemplate existential reality or undertake scientific inquiry? My friend's daughter at age 12 has started writing poems on the meaning and purpose of life. Have we in our own various schools set the structure and procedure to drill an existing mindset in our students across Ika Nation to stimulate a mind shift? Do our students know that Ika land has kaolin and hydrocarbon deposit and other solid minerals? Do they know what industrial derivatives this can be used for? Have we taught our students the dynamics of building strong and viable economic ecosystem in Ika land? At D-Peterson Foundation, I say with all sense, we have been at the forefront of promoting excellence in educational space in Ika land. And through this capacity building seminar and the Peterson Education Olympiad to follow, is our vision that our modest effort will encourage and enthrone academic excellence in secondary schools and bring back the glory of old. A committee of technocrats was set up by the foundation to recommend experts that would take us through this training. And 2 resource persons. You've had one earlier. We have Professor Patrick Ohikena, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Wellspring University. I must also say, I'm a student in his university. I'm doing another postgraduate degree. And he's a management scientist of repute. And we also have our own dear brother, an astute educationist, an awesome personality, Professor Henry Owama, who is the Director of Planning at Delta State University, Abraka, with us also. You'll hear his lecture soon. And of course, today's event is being chaired by no less a distinguished scholar than our own academic Amazon, Professor Stella Chiemeke, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Delta. I welcome you all to this auspicious event. I ask that we all open our minds to be impacted, just in case my daddy is a woman. Raise up in your school. The reason behind this training is you don't give what you don't have. Because when you are prepared, it's often said that a prepared mind works miracle. That when you are prepared, any wonderful thing could happen. So we are preparing the mind of the administrators, the people that will train the students for the Peterson's Olympiad. Because there are quite a number of questions today that have multiple answers, not just one answer. And the one I said earlier, your daddy is a man, and he said, no, his daddy is a woman. So we need to dig deep and be prepared for such situations in the Peterson's Olympiad. But having said that, the strategy behind the Peterson's Olympiad is this. The Bible said, iron sharpeneth iron. The only way we can get our kids ready for the world of tomorrow is to start sharpening them right now. If you all look to my left, you will see our tomorrow sitting right beside us. We were there some years back. We've shifted now. They are there today. And they say, as you make your bed, so you lie on it. They are not just leaders of tomorrow. They are our tomorrow. So whatever we make of them now will determine how a nation and our tomorrow will be. So that is why we are putting so much effort to ensure that the Peterson Olympiad comes to life and is very well managed and administered, so as to encourage these children to seek academic excellence. Because we believe in D-Peterson Foundation that through academic excellence, the sky will be their limit and our future will be a lot brighter. To join me to unveil the Peterson's Olympiad, I would like to call upon our brightest, the best in Ika land that we have here. Everybody here on the high table and everybody here present are the best in Ika land. But you see, everybody, a big round of applause for all of us. So, the 5 people I'll call out to help unveil it are representing you, so you are present here as they are unveiling it. I would like to call, first and foremost, no other person but our own Amazon, the beautiful, intelligent, performing Vice Chancellor of University of Delta. Please, ma'am. And also, to accompany her is our own wonderful and awesome chief, the only chief that is a professor in our palace, Professor TB, the chairman of the Post-Primary Management Board. We'll also be calling, I told you I'm a student in the school, and my deputy vice chancellor is here. Why won't I call my deputy vice chancellor? Please, Professor Ikeda, please come forward. Also, we'll call our bright and erudite scholar, Professor Wama. Please come. But we've been told by our father and our leader, Senator Dr. Afto Ifan Yokowa, that we have to be gender sensitive. We would like to call on the PS, please. Madam, please join us. If you look here, you see they're all professors here. I did it purposely because I recall when I was in primary 4 in Nursery Primary School, Professor Folorensho Ambrusali came to Bender State then. And we as students, like much younger than you, were called to, grace the occasion and, be there. But there was something he said then that caught my attention and that helped me to develop educationally today. He said, I, Professor Folorensho Ambrusali, am a product of free education. My father was a poor man, but through free education, I'm able to attain the standard in education that I have today. I am a professor. And immediately he said that thing caught me. Something turned inside me. And I said, I will get to the zenith of education. Of course, with the encouragement of my dad also, who did not go to school among his siblings. And my dad said, you have your own degree and I have my own degree. So that's why I have 2 first degree, 4 master's degree, 3 PhD and still pursuing another one. So, students, dream this. You see, you have female, you have male. You can be anything you want to be, nothing stopping you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you, the President, the Peterson Foundation. He has told you how he feels as a person and how he wants all of us to feel and be. Yes.
All protocols duly observed. We want to thank God for the unveiling of the Olympiad. We can see there D-Peterson Education Olympiad towards academic excellence. And then, of course, you can see the photograph speaks for itself. We thank God that the children are here watching, and so they are going to understand by the time our erudite scholar will be telling us more of the story of what Education Olympiad is all about. So congratulations to D-Peterson Foundation for this wonderful thing. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you, ma. We appreciate every other person that joined Madam in unveiling this D-Peterson Education Olympiad.
Thank you very much. You might be wondering, why are we having this Olympiad? We're having this Olympiad because it's a precursor to greater things to come. In the month of March, we are starting a program in Unidel called Techpreneurship. This Techpreneurship, Madam has already raised a committee to interface with us. We only ask Madam, what date are we starting in March? Pick any dates and our resource persons will be there to start and do the orientation date. We've already submitted our models long time ago, so we are set now in March. And while we are doing that is, you see the students, we don't just want them to graduate from secondary school, which is high school, to college, which is university, and finish college and start looking for a job. We are preparing them for what is in future, which is called kidpreneurs, where children will start thinking business. Schooling or education is not about how to read and write alone. It's about you understanding your environment, understanding the need in your environment, and also profiling or creating solutions to meet those needs in your environment. That's what makes you someone in that environment. So kids, be prepared for the kidspreneurs that will hit your school soon, while we start with the techpreneurship program in Unidel. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, the President, the Peterson Foundation, Dr. Donna Peterson. Actually, some of us, we were at sea earlier on, wondering what does this Olympiad actually mean. We have listened to him attentively and he has explained to us the mission and vision of the Peterson Olympiad. And talking about Olympiad, it's like competition going on, like we have our normal Olympics every 4 years. So be ready for some competitions. He has already started it amongst teachers. I think so. We have the best teacher in a car, so it's done through some competitions, isn't it? That has always come from the Peterson Foundation. Sponsored that. And so he's a man with big heart. And I tell you, his words are his bones. Thank you very much, the Peterson Foundation. Once again, can we put our hands together for him? There was something that struck me when he was talking about Kaolin, and one other thing in the car land. I recall in our days in primary school, we used to do what we call nature study and all that. And in fact, even geography, we started it right there in the primary school. So please, let's take all this seriously, because some of us say history. No, we don't do history again. No, it shouldn't be. History records the present, the past, and the future. You cannot build on the future without the past. So please, let's take all this seriously. Thank you, earnestly.